Oh, shoot. Hi, guys. Welcome to today's team call. I'm going to mute everybody, and we are going to start off with recognition before Kelly slays this call. Okay. So it is February 18th, and I'm so excited that you are all here with us today. Welcome to the team. So we have some new coaches who joined the team this week. So I want to welcome Kayla, Reagan, Amber, Emily, Savannah, David, Alexander, Courtney, Brittany, Lauren, Brittany, and Kate. We are so happy to have you here and so thankful that you took a chance on you, said yes to this amazing opportunity. Like, you get to change your life. How freaking cool is that? Next up is Success Club Rockstars. A shout out to Kyra for killing it by pulling in 10. And then we have tons of people on the board who are still going. The month is not over. It is only the 18th. If you are the one who's saying, I can't do that, girl, put on your big girl pants and let's get shit done. We can. Let's challenge ourselves. One person this week, you can do it. One person tonight, you can do it. What to know. Important information on next week's team call. It is not going to be Tuesday. It will actually be on Monday at 7:30, or it will actually be at 8 o'clock. Monday at 8 o'clock Central. We will have our guest speaker. We also have the Be the Good donation going on this month. Our fundraiser for that is going to be like bags for foster children. I actually have some here. Let me show you real quick. Faith got these off of Amazon. They were like $10 a piece, but they're literally just duffel bags so that these kids who are in foster care, they have something that they can call theirs. So whether you want to purchase some from Amazon or Walmart and send them to me, that's perfectly fine. Or you can send money via PayPal and I will go shopping and grab a bunch. Either way, then we are going to be giving them to Alexis to go towards her fundraiser. So that is the Be the Good celebration this month. Other important thing is Team Slumber Party will be March 7th at my coach Stacy's house. Her and I are co-hosting. It is $5, but that will help go towards the taco dinner, the Saturday night, and then the Shakeology breakfast bar, which is going to be freaking amazing. So please RSVP to that. We would love to see you there. It's just gonna be fun, relaxed, hanging out, having girl time. Important stuff to know for Beachbody. This month, every challenge pack, every Shakeology challenge pack, it comes with a free box of pumpkin spice Shako while supplies last. So go get your friends hooked up and let them know they get free pumpkin spice. There is also the France tour for everybody who is building a business and considering launching in France. This might be something that you want to look into. You can register to join the France tour between February 17th and March 3rd. So it just opened, and that just gets you a spot over there to do different events, different meetups that corporate is hosting. Also, they discontinued the activewear essentials. It will still be sold in other locations, but just not on Beachbody. So if you get messages from people like, hey, I see Beachbody's clothing is being sold on Zulily, it's okay. It was set up through the contract and all that stuff, but Beachbody is going to focus on health and fitness because we've learned that that's actually what they're good at, let's just say. Coming soon, I don't know if you saw the big announcement, but in May of this year, we are going to have mixed berry energized. I don't know about you. Are you excited? Let me know in the comments. Like, are you like, yes, 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 or are you thinking we should have a different flavor? Because I'll be honest, I'm like, can we have watermelon? Because that would be awesome. But that's just me. Anyways, that's everything for what to know for today. Now I want to introduce one of my very favorite coaches, Kelly Williams. She is our guest speaker for today, and she's going to be talking about owning the season you're in and then leveling the fuck up. And I'm so excited. I know she's going to bring straight fire, straight life, and I can't wait. So Kelly, I'm going to mute myself and I'm just going to let you rock this thing.
Hi, friends. So like Deidre said, my name is Kelly Williams. I'm so excited all of you are here. I'm super pumped. If this is anybody's first team call, like bravo for like figuring it out. What is Zoom? What the hell is this? I seriously remember my first team call and like it was just I was so nervous for like 0 reasons. Like you can just turn your screen off. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody knows you are even there. But for real, I was like, I'm a part of something. This is cool because let me just tell you like my story and like how I got into Beachbody real quick. If some of y'all probably know Kyra, I followed her on Instagram for like 6 months before, like literally watched every single slide on her story, which if you know her is like 7,000 slides. And I was just in a really shit season in my life. I was very depressed. My marriage was in its all-time like where might get a divorce. I had 2 small children. I mean, they're still toddlers, but I had a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. I was very depressed, like just in the darkness. And I watched Kyra for months and months and months. And of course, she popped in my inbox like, hey, do you want to do this with me? And I'm like, oh, no, that's awful. And then finally, like I hit rock bottom. Me and my husband got in a horrible fight just after Christmas in 2018. And I was like, okay, I've got to do something to fix myself. Like this isn't who I want to be. I'm not happy. Like it's not all him. Like something's wrong here. Like something is missing. I'm lonely. I'm sad. I'm pissed off. Everything is my husband's fault. Like I was just in a horrible, horrible place mentally. And so I reached out to Kyra and I was like, okay, what is it that you do? Tell me, like, let's do this. So I went all in. She gave me the rundown, and at the time I was super into fangirling Rachel Hollis. And Rachel Hollis was the keynote speaker at last year's Coach Summit. And Kyra was like, if you sign 3 people up, you can get a free ticket to Summit. And I was like, to see Rachel Hollis, I am all in. I am here for it. So literally within my first week of signing up, becoming a coach, I signed up 3 people and I earned my ticket to Summit, and boom, I was an Emerald coach. Like, and from that moment on, I was addicted, not just to the workouts, not just, something for me, but like it immediately became bigger than myself. And looking back on that season that I was in, like I needed that. I was so lonely. I was in such a shit mental place. And I didn't realize how that's what the missing piece was. I was missing the community. I was missing friendship. I was missing people who freaking get it. Everybody just in this team swallowed me up, welcomed me, and made me feel like I was like a friend. And it was just I was getting up at 5 a.m. for the first time since like ever, and getting my workout in and getting on the Zoom calls and working out with people. I'm in Lubbock, Texas. And so like I would get on the Zoom call and I'm working out with people in their living room in Illinois. Like, what is happening? And it was just so cool half the time we wouldn't even work out. Like we would just girl talk. And I'm like, dude, my kids are about to wake up. I have to get my workout in. But it was so special to me in that season. And it literally saved my marriage. It saved my perception of motherhood. It saved me. Like it brought me back to who I am and what I care about. And I've always been into health and fitness, but motherhood kind of, for lack of a better word, like stole that from me. It stole my friendships. It stole my marriage. Like I was drowning in being a mom. I didn't know what I was doing. I was never around kids. I didn't have young nieces and nephews. Like I never babysat when I was 16. Like I was drowning in motherhood. And so just having that community and then doing something literally every single day at 5 o'clock in the morning for me, not for my husband, not for my job, not for my kids, but just for me, it totally changed my life and I became addicted to it. And then I wanted to share that with everybody. So I hit diamond within a month of being a coach. It was just, I was like, I want to help everybody. And it just snowballed. And it was so incredible, like just getting out of my element, out of my comfort zone, and being a part of something bigger than myself. And it was just amazing. So that's like how I got into Beachbody and what got me started. And I'm still here a year and a half later, and I don't plan on going anywhere. So I own my own bookkeeping and accounting business, and I recently in August purchased a gym, a brick and mortar gym in Lubbock, and I run boot camps out of there. We do personal training out of there, and I still run my Beachbody business. And it's really the best of both worlds because now I can help women in person, face to face, and then the ones that can't come to the gym because their husbands work or they're a single mom or whatever the situation is, I have Beachbody to offer them a solution. So either way, I'm covered. I'm helping people, and that is my passion. I absolutely want women to know that you do not have to be alone. You do not have to sit in the darkness by yourself, swallowed in depression by yourself. Like, we are here for you. And that's the whole point of this team page is when you're struggling, when you're having a shit week, like raise your hand and say, look, somebody message me. I'm super fucking depressed and I can't get out of it. And I haven't worked out in 3 weeks and I feel like I'm a piece of shit. Like, that negative self-talk that just is so loud when you're in it. And so, like, that's what this community is for. Like, we get it. We get it. We've literally all been there. Like, whether you want to admit it or not, we have all had trauma and struggles and heartache and hardship. We get it. So literally, when you are struggling, raise your hands and just be like, I need help, because that's what this community is for. It is not just about the workouts. The workouts help, yes, absolutely. When you exercise, your brain literally changes. You become a different person. But when you are surrounded by people who help you level up, that's the game changer. That's where, if you lean into that, and if like right now you feel like you're an outcast or you're brand new and you just bought your challenge pack and you don't even have your goodie box yet, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you do not have to wait to jump in, to lean into the group, to start commenting on posts, to make a post and be like, hey, I'm new here and I'm terrified to start working out. Whatever, just lean into this community because it is everything. Trust me on that. So I know a lot of you are new coaches or you've been a part of Beachbody for a while and you're like, okay, maybe I kind of want to start coaching. I'm nervous. Like, I don't want to be salesy. And here's the thing. When I think about MLMs, I think about products. I think about the saran wrap. Okay. I think about Scentsy. I think about Advocare. I think about, what's that patch one? The Thrive or whatever. I think about quick fix products when I think about MLMs. So yeah, you got to be salesy. You literally have to say, hey, you got to take these 7 pills a day and wrap your stomach in saran wrap and you're going to lose 50 pounds and it's going to be great. And if you drink this keto coffee for 2 weeks, you're going to lose 40 pounds and you're going to look fabulous. Like, yeah, that's salesy and that's bullshit. And I'm not about that. Okay. I'm not trying to sell people bullshit. Like, I'm trying to help people. So when I think about Beachbody, I don't think MLM. Like, Beachbody has a service rather than a product. We provide a personal trainer in people's living rooms for a really freaking great deal. So owning a gym, most clients that pay for personal training are paying about $400 to $500 a month for personal training in person in the gym. That's nuts, okay? We offer a year of personal training, 62 plus 1,700 workouts. Like, people are never going to get bored with their workouts for $160. Like, it's phenomenal. It's such a good deal. Like, you could break that down when you're selling it. It's like, what does it break out to? Like $13 a month. Like, okay, that's a really cheap gym membership. It's convenient. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to load your kids up. You don't have to pack a diaper bag. You don't have to ask your husband to watch the kids. Like, why do we say that? You don't have to, it's so easy. Like, there's no excuse not to get a workout in, because you get out of bed, you drink your unicorn powder, and you press play. Boom, done. Like, get it in. There's zero excuses. Like, it's not a time thing. You are at home. What are you doing? Transform 20 is 20 freaking minutes. Like, you do dishes for 20 minutes, okay? The dishes can wait. Go get a workout in. So when I think about selling, it's easy because I'm selling people a service. I'm selling people something that will change their life, make them healthy, not a quick fix. It's literally, we sell a lifestyle change, and we offer the supports to make you successful. So selling is natural when you look at it that way, because most MLMs are just products. They're just packaged pretty and overpriced and quick fix results. Like, I don't even know how the hell you can lose weight drinking coffee if you're still eating cheeseburgers and pizza and not working out, and like, it's just not going to work. So we sell a solution to help people change their lives, to get out of depression, to get off their medications, to save their marriages, to become better people, because we have that community of people like Deidre and Kyra and Kinsey and all of these women who have like literally changed their family's life because they invested $160, $180 in a business. Do you want to know how much I paid for my gym? My physical gym was $60,000. Okay? For a gym. That's a business investment. That's fucking terrifying. I have 4 years to pay it off. Y'all pray for me. But $160 is nothing to start a business. Okay? All you need is a cell phone and $160, and the possibilities are endless for you. Just like any freaking business, you have to work. It is not just going to come to you. You need to understand the compensation plan. If you have questions, you reach out to your coach. Be like, so how does this work? What is this team bonus? How can I make more money? How do I reach another rank? Ask the damn questions if you don't know, or go research. It's all over YouTube. There are plenty of coaches who, like elite coaches, who have made YouTube videos explaining everything you need to know. If you haven't signed up your spouse or your mom or somebody that you trust as your second person, you need to do that ASAP, okay? My mom signs up. She's an Emerald. I keep her account in Emerald, and she loves the freaking beach bars. Like, it's just her thing. Like, she loves the damn beach bars. And so I keep her account Emerald. I sign 2 people under her account every single month to pay for her beach bars for her, because I'm a good daughter, right? And then I sign my husband up. So I'm always diamond. Like, I am not worried about it. I have my mom over here. I have my husband over here. I am in control of that. And then everything on top of that is extra. I can inspire working coaches. I can inspire the people who have been with me for over a year and haven't coached, but they still have a coach account. They're still ordering products. I'm like, you need to do this. And I know that there's some people that like, I don't want to be a coach. I'm nervous. Like, I don't know how to help people. It's very natural. It's very natural. Be yourself, because if someone's signing up with you, they picked you for a reason. They connected with you on some kind of level. So you shouldn't be nervous about giving them advice or helping them, or, you know, just letting them word vomit to you. That's so much of like what I do when I check in on my team. I'm like, what's going on in your life? Tell me, where are you struggling? What do you need help with? How's your relationship? Like, how's your job? I want to know people on my team on a personal level so that they feel confident and comfortable coming to me with anything, literally anything, because I want to be that person in their life. So if you're not seeing success with the business or anything in your life, if your marriage is struggling, if you are not seeing physical results, if you are, you know, not even Emerald, you can't keep an Emerald, or whatever the situation, and literally anything, like, check yourself. What does your consistency look like? Because if you're not consistent, you will not get results in any aspect of your life. Are you consistently a good wife? Or are you like a C wife? Like 70% of the time, like, I'm all right. Like, or are you really trying to be an A game wife? Same thing with motherhood. Are you a C mom? Or are you an A mom? Like, are you giving every aspect of your life the best version of you? And if you're not doing that, level up, step up, be so honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, like, that's what it takes to go to the next level, is you being honest and giving yourself the accountability. Your coach cannot give you accountability. Your husband cannot give you accountability. Your mom cannot give you accountability. It is nobody's fault but yours if you are not where you want to be. And if you feel uncomfortable in your life right now, if you feel uneasy, if you feel unhappy, if you feel depressed, listen to those emotions, because what those things are is telling you that something's not right, that you're not where you need to be, that you're not doing everything that you could possibly do to be the best you. And that is 100% on you. That is nobody's fault but your own. So if you feel that in your gut and in your heart that like you're just not happy with whatever the situation is, check yourself. Be honest with yourself. Are you showing up for yourself consistently? Are you working out 5 days a week? Because that's what it's going to take to see the physical results. It is February, the middle of February already. May and June and July is coming fast. So if you don't have the physical results yet to feel confident wearing shorts and tank tops and bikinis this summer, you need to get to work now, because people want to see a transformation. They want to know that you did it at home, that you were able to be disciplined in your living room and get your workouts in. They want to see that. And you have to do that. You have to prove to yourself that I spent $160 and I'm going to make the most of my investment. I'm going to make my money back. I'm going to sign people up. I'm going to pay for my own products. Because if you start there, you're like, I drink Shakeology. I really actually like it. And I drink it every day. That's $100 a month. That's a pretty good bill. But if you sign 2 people every single month, it's a wash. Your shakes are free. Like, and that's something that you can really pitch to people if they've been in your back office and they're ordering and they keep their auto ship on. Like, be like, dude, why don't you just sign 2 people a month and just get your products free? That helps you out. It helps them out. Win-win. You know, and you just have to check yourself on your consistency on everything. Like, it's so important to just be so real with yourself and know that you are in control of you 100% every single day. You are in control of who you are. So if you don't like who you are, change. We preach personal development in these challenge groups and in our team page and in our life, because literally it's personal. So find something on the internet, a podcast, and I am a huge fan of Audible. Okay, I have like 40 books in that bitch. Like, my library is getting ridiculous. But I am constantly listening to stuff. So when I'm driving, when I'm folding laundry, when I am putting my makeup on, I have something playing on my phone that is teaching me something to be better at whatever I need to focus on. So if I'm having a shit week in my marriage, I'm Googling marriage podcasts. I'm Googling sermons on YouTube. If I am, ready to level up in my business, I'm like, okay, then I go look for Grant Cardone, and I go find, what's the really good old guy, I forgot his name, help me, John Maxwell. Like, whatever season you're in, if you're in massive credit card debt, like, there are books and YouTube and podcasts that will literally give you step by step how to fix it. So there's no excuse for you to be unhappy in your life. Like, you need to be listening to personal development every single day, literally every single day at a minimum 30 minutes. And I promise you, when you feed your brain that positivity and you start learning how to block those negative self-talk, that is just, it gets on a cycle. When you learn to really just be like, whoa, like, I'm not a shitty person. I'm not a bad wife. I'm not a bad friend. I'm not lazy. Like, and you start catching those negative thoughts that just play over and over and over, then you really start to transform who you are in your brain. And that is so cool when you realize that you are in control of your thoughts, because the way you think is a result of how you live your life. So if you are telling yourself over and over, like, I'm lazy, I'm not worth anything, like, nobody loves me, then your actions are gonna try to line up with the way that you're thinking. So if you start like, I always tell my team that, like, start listening and paying attention to the way that you talk to yourself. Would you talk to your best friend that way? Would you talk to your daughter that way? Like when you look in the mirror and you're like, God, your legs are so fat, I'm going to change. Like, would you say that to your daughter? No. Okay. Like you wouldn't. So don't talk to yourself that way. Like the way that you treat yourself inside your brain by yourself matters. It matters so much because when you start changing those thoughts, you will literally change your life. When you start proving to yourself that I can press play 5 days a week, your brain is like, oh, we can trust you. Oh, you're really going to follow through with what you said you were going to do. And that momentum just builds. And when you start getting that momentum and you do start feeling better and your pants start fitting better and you've got people messaging you like, hey, what are you doing? Or your coworkers come up to you and you're like, dude, you look good. Like, you just look different. Did you do your hair? You're like, no, but I've been working out, bitch. Like, you start changing your life one small decision at a time to not hit snooze, to, plan a babysitter and take your husband out for a surprise date, to take your kids to the park. Like, when was the last time you did that? When they bug you and they drive you bananas and you're like, can we go outside? Can we go outside? And you're just like, fine. But, like literally like just one small decision at a time, literally every single day will build up to massive change. Y'all, I changed my life in a year and a half. I went from being super depressed, on the brink of a divorce, not loving motherhood at all, to being a diamond coach, to having a tribe, literally a tribe. I've got like 60 women under me that like I check in with every single week, that we hash it out, we talk, they trust me, they believe in me. I run a freaking business now. I would have never had the confidence in me to go out on a limb and purchase a damn gym, y'all. I went from way over here to way over here. Like yesterday, I launched a podcast. Who the fuck do I think I am? I don't know, but I'm not stopping. That's all I know is like, I've got this momentum and I'm like, let's get it. I don't know what's next. I'm writing a book. I'm writing like 3 books. I don't even know. Like, I'm just going to keep going and I'm get burnt out. Everybody gets burnt out. And I have my days where I'm crying in the bathroom because I'm like, why did I say yes to all of this? But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I am changing people's lives. I'm the happiest I've ever been. My marriage is finally in a good place. Like, no, we're not perfect. Okay. Like, we still fight. Like, I just want to, anyways. But literally, like, if you go all in on this investment, $180, if you go all in, and I mean it, I mean all the fuck in, you will change your life. You will change your family's life. You will meet people. Y'all, I flew to Indianapolis, okay, across the United States by myself, left my husband with our 2 kids for 4 days. Never done that, ever. To meet strangers on the internet that I felt like I have known my whole life. Who does that? This community does that, y'all. This community changed everything for me. And so if you're just starting, or if you've been here chilling in the background, just like, well, it happens for everybody else, like, I just don't know how to do that, or they've been doing it for so long. Like, no, I became diamond in a month. When you make your mind up and you're like, this is what I'm doing and I'm gonna figure it out, then you do. Like, if you just show up for yourself and just stop breaking bullshit promises to yourself, like, I'm gonna work out after work for sure. No, you're not. Okay, you work out in the morning, you get it over with, because if you don't, then you've got everybody else like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? Dinner took forever. Your husband needs this. The dogs have to be picked up from the groomer. Like, no, like, work out at, I don't care if it's 4:30 in the morning, 5:30, jump on the team calls, like, jump into the group and lean in. And like I said at the beginning, like, raise your hand if you are struggling, because we are here for you. Pop in your coach's inbox, and if she's not helping you, go to her coach. Like, you have a team here that wants the best for you. And I've never met any of you. I don't know any of your stories, but I know that you signed up for a reason. You are on this team call for a reason. There is something in you that's like, I want more. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to get there, but there's something in me that's empty, that's missing. And I promise you, if you go all in, this is it. This is the thing that will change your life. I mean it 1,000,000,000%. I cannot preach it enough, because literally, if you go all in on a $160 investment, it will change everything for you. Like literally everything. So I get heated, and this is how my team calls go. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit. So if anybody has any questions, like unmute yourself, and I promise, like, do not be shy. If you've never talked on here before and you just have something that's like, if something's on your heart, like let it out, talk about it. Like we are all here. If you have questions, let it out. Like we are here for you. So if anybody has anything, please unmute yourself, raise your hand, and let's just hash it out. Let's word vomit. Nobody? I'm gonna call on somebody, so somebody better figure it out. Huh?
How the fuck do you find the time?
Oh, girl, here we go. Good. Oh, girl. Okay, here's the thing. Listen, sister, I have a husband. I run 2 businesses. I have 2 small kids. I run a team. I have employees. I make the time, because when something is important to you, whatever it is, you find a way. If you want a Starbucks drink, you probably don't have the extra 20 minutes to wait in that long ass line, but you're craving it, and you're like, I'll just be late to work because I really want that drink today. You find a way. Like, my boss will just get mad and he'll get over it, but I'll have my latte. Or, if it like literally anything, like you have to sit down and map out your day. So back in my dark days, I went to a therapist, and he said, which, it's common sense. It's the thing that you hear, like, Beyonce has the same amount of hours in the day as you do, okay? But he was like, you have 24 hours to spend, okay? How are you spending those 24 hours? You need to sit down and be real with yourself. Like for me, I get up at 4:45 in the morning, and I look at my day and what I need to accomplish that day, and what is the one thing that I need to do today so that when I go to bed tonight, I feel accomplished. If nothing else gets done, what is the one fucking thing that if I do it, I feel good about myself? And I literally do that every single day. Then everything else just icing on the cake. And for me, for a long time, when I was in my darkest days, that one thing was working out. It was working out because I knew that if I didn't work out, I didn't feel good. I knew that if I didn't work out, I blamed my kids. I knew that if I didn't work out, I wasn't in the mood to have sex with my husband. I knew that if I didn't work out, I just wasn't feeling my best. So for a long time, that was my one thing. And if I worked out for 20 minutes or an hour, I didn't care. It was getting a sweat on. My favorite program of all time is Lift 4. I love a HIIT workout. It's what I teach every single day. I love weightlifting. And then it's a brief session of cardio and then some abs, like winning. I love it all. And it's 30, 40-minute workouts. And that was something that I was like, non-negotiable. That's the word, is you have to decide that this is non-negotiable. Like, I don't care if the house is burning down, I'm gonna do this today. I don't care if I have to reschedule my kid's dentist appointment, this is what I'm doing today. Like, you have to have a priority list and learn how to make your one thing non-negotiable, whatever that thing is for you. For me, now that I have all these, things, podcasts and businesses and tribes and all the things, my one thing changes daily. My priority list shifts constantly. But when I was in my darkest days, that was it. That was the one thing. And no, like, nobody has time. Like, seriously, I'm stretched thin right now. Like, it's heavy some days. Like, I mean, like 3 days ago, I was like crying to my husband, like, why am I doing all this? I'm crazy. Because it's heavy and it's a lot of weight to bear. But at the same time, like, I know that I'm changing lives. I know that my life has changed. I know that my family is better off. I know that my marriage is better off. And so I know that I'm doing the right things and I'm helping women do the same thing. And so you just make the time. You just do. Like, you will figure it out, and quit bullshitting yourself and having excuses. Like, that's really all it is. I mean, yeah, excuses are valid. You're tired for sure. I was up 3 times last night with my 5-year-old. What is that? But, you know, like, excuses are valid, but that doesn't mean that they should prevent you from reaching your goals. So you just find a way. Who else? Bring it at me. Come on, girls. I'm gonna call on somebody. Ashley Beck. Oh, sorry. Come on, girl.
So my biggest struggle is, like, I am a people pleaser and I don't want to make anybody mad or upset, or so how do you switch your mindset from, like, being too nice and, like, not being pushy or anything and just being like, okay, thanks, let me know another time, to actually getting people to say yes and sign up? And
So for me, I play the long game. I didn't always, but I do now. So when I'm making a story or making a post, I go back and see everybody that watched that story, and I make sure that I have sent every single person on that story a message. Not a, hey, will you do this with me? Hey, I'm looking to sign people for my new boot camp. No, that's not what I'm about. I want people to know that I'm a genuine human being and I care about them. So my first message is not a salesy message. My first message is, hey girl, my name is Kelly Williams, obviously, because it says it at the top. But you know, I run online health and fitness accountability groups. I just wanted to say hi. It's nice to have you on my page and be a part of my community. I'm so glad you're here. Have a great week. I don't ask them for anything. I don't, you know, if they, and a lot of times they'll just respond with, hey, thank you so much. That's so nice. And then they keep watching my stories and I keep, you know, and I know that they're watching, but I let it go weeks before I send them another message and be like, hey, I see you're still watching me. Like, are you already working out? Do you already have a health and fitness routine? And I don't ever just come at them like, hey, do this boot camp with me. I need money. Like, I don't ever make it sound like that. I want them to know that I'm a genuine person and I care about them, because I do. And so, like, for me, if someone gives me an excuse, like for time or whatever, I'm like, tell me about your day. Like, when do you go to work? What's your husband's work schedule? Like, what time are you waking up now? Like, I literally break down their day and I help them figure it out. Like, okay, girl, you are super freaking busy. So it looks like 1 o'clock's the only time that you're going to be able to work out. And so, or if it's a money thing, I literally sold my kids' clothes on Facebook to pay for my membership. And I put it on my credit card. Best decision I ever made, because boom, I made my money back before it ever hit that cycle of bill payment or whatever. And I don't ever, if someone really, really is struggling for money and it's a money issue, I let it be. I let it be, and I don't want them to be in a bind and not be able to pay their kids' medical bills or the electric bill or whatever. I want them to figure it out, and I will help them figure it out. Like, yeah, girl, go clean out your kids' closets and sell some shit. Come back to me in a couple of weeks. Like, you know, like legit, I will help them figure it out, because I don't want people to feel pressured. But I also want people to want to be here. And so if they're like, oh, I'm not into that, I could never work out at home, I just be like, well, why? Have you ever tried to work out at home? Like, what makes you think that? And they're like, oh, I just wouldn't hold myself accountable. And I'm like, dude, hello, that's what I'm here for. Like, I will literally call some of my girls at 5 o'clock in the morning. And for me, I have it in the calendar in my phone. I'm like, Nicole, such and such, needs to work out at 5:15. So I get that alarm as a reminder to text her at 5:15 and make sure she's up. I'm that coach. Like I legit will do that for people if they're struggling. And so I put it in my phone because I am so busy that if I don't write it down, it's not gonna happen. If I don't get that notification on my phone reminding me, like I'll go 3 weeks without texting Nicole. And then she'd be like, I thought you were gonna give me accountability. Like, well, shit, life happened. Okay, Nicole, sorry. But you know, I want people to want to be here, and I will do everything that I can in my power to make them feel confident in their ability to work out at home. Be like, girl, we got a team. Like it's me and all these girls behind me, and we all got you. And I will make sure that you get your workout in. Like I'm new too, and I still struggle some days, but we're gonna figure it out together. And just be real with people, because that's what they want. You have those messages in your inbox. You're like, hey, I feel it works, and you would really love my products. Like, no, Pam, I don't need saran wrap. Okay. I need a person. I need help. I need like emotional help, because women do. Everybody does. You know, as much as I like to think I have my shit together, like I don't. Okay. Like I still struggle just like the rest of you with like having anxiety and depression days where it's just like, it's so much. And I just want to be like, what am I doing? And, you know, we all struggle with that. So we want a person, a real human being who gives a shit about us. So if you're not giving people that vibe, why would you? I mean, what vibe did you get from your coach? What made you pay $160? You felt a connection somewhere, that person could really help you. So just be authentic and be honest. Like just be honest with people, because that's what you would want. That's what the person you're messaging wants. Who else? Come on. Let's do 2 more for sure. I don't want to talk forever. I could. I mean, if y'all want to be here till midnight, my husband would go crazy, but I'm here for it. Somebody? Who's K-Brush here too? What are you doing, girl? Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Just chilling, listening to you guys.
What's your story, girl?
My daughter from going insane at the moment.
How old is she?
2.5, and she doesn't like it when mommy's occupied and it's not with her.
No, they hate that. They hate that. How long have you been a part of the team?
A little over a year.
Yeah? Have you always been on the team calls and participating, or have you been hanging out in the background?
Nope, I just got started on the team calls and stuff with our Team Spirit Challenge that we've been doing.
Good. So how do you work out? Have you had a transformation? Do you feel better? Has your life changed in a year, or do you feel like you're still in the same place?
Definitely not. I have, I started, like I said, a little over a year ago, and I was kind of like a lot of your story, struggling in my marriage, struggling as a mom, first-time mom. Motherhood consumed my entire life, and I'm still pretty miserable in the job that I'm in right now, but I'm trying to change my mindset and get better with that. But that's a whole nother story. But I found Deidre and got started, and for a while I just kind of like hung out in the background, didn't do anything, didn't talk to anyone, just kind of did the workouts when I wanted to at home on my own. Wasn't consistent in anything. And then I started posting here and there, and then I got brave enough to start posting in my stories, and within a year I lost about 54 pounds, and maintained that for a pretty long time. So I have been in a very annoying plateau for about 4.5 months now. No matter what I do, seems to not want to change. But I now get up every morning. For the past probably 4 months now, I've been faithfully getting up in the mornings on Zoom, which is mainly the reason I wake up in the morning, is to be able to work out with the girls and have that motivation and have people to talk to, and just hear their conversations while I'm working out, knowing that like the stuff they're talking about and the stuff that they're struggling with while I'm sitting over here working out, thinking them in my head and dealing with those anxieties, the girls are over here sitting and having girl talk about, and I'm like, damn, like I was feeling like shit this morning and I still don't feel great, but I'm working out and I'm hearing that I'm not alone. Like I'm not feeling good that they're also feeling bad, but it does feel good to know that like I share that with them. So I would definitely say it's changed my life. And I joined the a team cup group, and I'm really pushing to post more and doing all the tasks that Deidre has been giving us and trying to just really, really lean in and give this a shot, because it has definitely
You
changed
are
my life, and I
leaning
want
in.
it to
Isn't
change.
that not terrifying? Like posting your first story. I legit remember a car being like, dude, because like for a long time I would just post like pictures or like positivity quotes in my stories, and she was like, Kelly, get your ass in your stories and speak. And I was like, nope, I don't like that. I don't want to do that at all. And so like I remember being in that, like, terrifying to make a post about it, terrifying to like just talk about it, like, you know, making a post or a transformation post or any kind of post talking about it. But there's a word that stuck with me. I think Deidre said it when I first signed up. She was like, we operate on mystery marketing, where you don't tell people flat out like, I'm a Beachbody coach. You just slide it in there in your post and be like, I'm working out and I feel fantastic and I'm struggling. And like I was saying, like being honest is so important, because the people watching your stories and the people seeing you on their news feed, they feel that in the words that you write, because they're your words and you're being vulnerable. And that's everything, because people really connect with that. It resonates with people, because just like on, you know, in the mornings when you're working out, like you feel great because you realize that you're not alone. The people scrolling on Facebook and you make a vulnerable post, be like, I'm really struggling. Like, I've been working out. I've plateaued. When you talk about this, it really resonates with people. So just keep being brave. Like, you're doing all the things. And it gets easier. It absolutely gets easier the more you dive into it, and the more, you know, you just make it a priority to just step out of your comfort zone. Hi! Oh my gosh, you're so cute with your baby. Hi, sister. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. So just keep doing the things. And the other thing that I would tell you, like, if you hate your job, quit your damn job. Like, find something else. Like, don't quit your job before you find another job, but like,
Yeah, the pocketbook wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah, but
I'm a teacher. I already don't make much, so.
Well, I mean, and like legit look it down and be like, write it out. I mean, Deidre's like your finance person. She's great at budgeting. But think about, write it down, like, what do you need to make, and what other job could I do that's less stressful, that is not so hard on my heart? Because when you go somewhere every single day that you don't want to go, that's going to plateau your results. That's going to stagnate everything in your mind, because you're doing all this over here and you're working out and you're listening to personal development and you're doing all this, but every single day you're still spending this amount of time doing something you hate, and that damages and counteracts with all the progress you're making over here. So I would totally challenge you to find something else. And I know it's hard, and Beachbody can totally be a really good supplemental income, but you absolutely have to step out of your comfort zone to be successful with Beachbody. And it's scary to do that. But I mean, for sure, like, you don't want to waste your life being miserable in a job that doesn't make your heart happy. Like, you can't live forever that way. So, all right, let's do one more for show. And I'll put your kids to bed. Anybody? I will call on you. All right, Faith, talk to me.
Posting on my stories is my biggest struggle. Teacher yells at me all the time.
It's terrifying. It really is. And even now, like I launched my podcast yesterday, and it's a podcast. Nobody sees my face. They just hear me speak. And I probably listened to my first episode like 40 times before I was like, okay, I feel good about it. And I did the same thing with my stories for a long time. Like, I would watch every slide over and over and over, and I'd like delete it and re-record because I stumbled on a word, or I didn't like the way my
awkward.
Yeah, I mean, like, it just, and that's the thing, is like, it's raw and people know that you're new at it, and it's intriguing, because you are new at it and they're like, oh, I wish I could do that. Like, it doesn't matter how much you stumble on words or how awkward your face looks. Just get it out there and be honest. And people so resonate with that. So it's very uncomfortable. I promise it's uncomfortable. But if you would have asked me even a year ago, like a year ago, I was 2 months in to being a Beachbody coach. If you would have asked me to talk on a team call, hard pass. No, like my camera was off, my video was off, and I was just like watching from the corner. And so if you would have asked me if I would have been comfortable talking to all of you or doing live videos for my business page, that's terrifying. Or, you know, just live videos in general still just give me like goosebumps. I will think about it for 5 minutes before I'm like, fuck it, live, here we go. Like I get so nervous. And then I will literally watch the live video back. Like the whole time I'm like sweating and I feel like my words are stumbling and I'm repeating myself. And then I'll go and watch the video back after I end it. And I'm like, oh, hey, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that terrible. They can't see my armpit sweat. It's fine. And so like you just get so much better at the more you do. And I'm still not 100% comfortable on social media and it drives my husband crazy. That's a whole other team call. But it's something that you just get better at the more you do it. And people really, really, they resonate with your vulnerability and your honesty. And just like I said earlier, like they sign up with you because they connected with you on some level. So whatever you talk about in your stories, they connected with. And so the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunity you have to connect to people, the more things you talk about. You know, it doesn't matter if you like do a story while you're cooking dinner or do a story while you're just got done with the grocery store and 2 kids are in the back seat screaming and you're just like, this is my life. Yep, there they are. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like people want to see that you're doing and living life in a way that they connect with. So your stories don't have to be complicated. And I think what's the rule, like 5 slides a day. So do 2 of them where you're talking and like 3 of them are like quotes or pictures of like whatever. Do a poll. Polls are really great engagement in a story. It could be like you're at the grocery store and you're like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or are you a Fruit Loop person? And like, it doesn't have to, it could be something stupid. But it gets people, and they're like, they love pressing that button. It could be about anything. So just getting out of your comfort zone and getting used to posting stories and getting creative with it. People love that. So it's hard. I know it's just terrifying, but you do not level up in your life if you don't do what's terrifying. Your marriage doesn't get better if you don't have a hard conversation that literally makes you want to throw up about talking about it. Your business doesn't level up if you don't get out of your comfort zone and invest the money, or whatever the situation is. Like your life will not go to the next level if you don't get that feeling in your stomach, like I'm gonna throw up if I do this. That's the feeling where you're like, I'm doing it. Like don't overthink it, just do it when you feel that way. Because fear is just, it's a bullshit emotion. And every time you deny that fear and you lean into what you know you want to do, that's when you level up in every aspect of your life. All right, unless anybody else has anything, I won't call on anybody else and make y'all want to throw up, but I'm here.
I'm so glad you called on every single one of them. Oh, it was like you knew exactly that they needed called out. I don't have anything to add because you covered it. You went above and beyond. You are fire, your life. I freaking love it so much. And seeing where you've come from and like what you've accomplished because of this one decision to just want to smile more, the one decision to be consistent and show up in your workouts, the one decision to be brave and get your supplements paid for. Those little decisions, which were big decisions back then, have created what you have now. And I just, in case no one's told you today, I'm really fucking proud of you. Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
All right. If
you and Tyler changed my life.
Man, I can't do tears tonight, okay? All right, if no one has anything else, let's
do a boomerang. Let's talk about stories. Everybody get your phone out. Let's do a boomerang. I was on my phone the whole time.
I need to close my chat. I'm going to stop the recording real quick.